Hey, Scott Russell. It's just a little update. Been offline for a little bit. I'm down here in Coffs Harbour at the moment, which is a beautiful location. I'll turn so you can get a bit of a look at the beach here. It's lovely. It's a typical Australian beach, I guess, for some of the Americans that are on here. That's a bit of a drive to get here, and on the drive here, I was thinking about some things, and one of them's about greatness. And you know, it's amazing the opportunities, the invitations we get in life, and what we do with them matters so much. And this whole deal with the freedom movement, and I'm about to get wet. The freedom movement, and I'm sorry, the wave came in, and all the offence of that and the junk of that, it just got me thinking about the beauty of those opportunities. Yeah, of course it's terrible, and we always get offended, and things happen that will upset us in life, and we don't seem like they, misunderstood, misrepresented, miss everything, right? But I mean, when I look at this freedom movement, why can't we see it as a great opportunity? A great opportunity for greatness. It's a time, and I think a fantastic life lesson, where we've got every reason in the world to be a victim. Every reason in the world to say this should not be happening to us. And it shouldn't, but it is. And so that we're faced then with, okay, do I come under this and let it run my life? Or do I run it? Do I rise up and head for greatness? And I believe, and I want to encourage today to say that this time in our lives is an invitation to greatness. It's an invitation to look at life and go, I mean, there's opportunities, there's things, there's something inside of me that can rise up, and as it rises up, it's not going to get dictated to and told to shut down. I'm going to take a hold of life. And that's a pretty important step for all of us, if we can get that. And I think for me, some of the most pivotal keys in my life have been to not step into being a victim even when you are, but to rise above it and say, okay, this shouldn't be happening to me, but it is. And so I'm not going to let it dictate my life. And then the second one is unconditional love. When people can't control situations, can't control things, can't control waves, I'm going to get wet again. Unconditional love is something that can impact us. And it's funny with unconditional love. You can't choose to love unconditionally. When love is there, you just love, or you just love. For me, until you've experienced unconditional love, until it's being given to you, you can't give it. You think you have it, but you can't. There'll always be something that'll offend you, something that'll upset you, something that'll pull you away. But when you've hit unconditional love, you see that. And I find that in that journey of what this freedom movement's handed us, I've seen some absolutely, well, just recently for my life, and I'm not going to go into detail, but I've seen some absolutely phenomenal things that have presented themselves to my life. And I'm faced with, how do I even step into something like that? It's just, and you start to realize and feel your inadequacies. And I think as we get the right people around our life, now those people may never have walked where you're walking, but if greatness is in them, some people are just, they're great on a little level. Others are great on a bigger level, medium level, whatever, I don't know. And really, you can't measure that. But I think in our relationships, in our friendships, if there's people that we look at and we just see something in them, and that's happened a lot lately. I've noticed a change in a lot of things in the people around my life. Because I can see some of these opportunities that have presented themselves, and I'm going, how do I get to unlock that when I really feel very, almost scared at times of the potential of some of that. And And I guess I'm trying to say is, get the right people around your life. Get the right people around your life. People that are your great. People that are heading in the same direction of greatness. Now, not people that are where you're at or behind where you're at necessarily. And what I've found is, for my life, is people with greatness often are abrasive to get along with at first, because they don't see the world the way everybody else does. And that's what makes them great. I've butted heads with some great men, and they're still in my life 20 years later. We come back around and say things to each other that probably later we look at and go, well, we could have probably said that better. But there's an unconditional love there, and nobody falls into that victim thinking. And that's, I think, the seedbed of greatness. As you're heading for greatness, see this whole COVID junk, this whole world and where it's going of freedom, see it as something that can bring your greatness out. Don't fall into the victim thinking of it. Stack the right people around your life that will give you unconditional love, and you can give them unconditional love. Everybody's at a different point in the journey with that, but get the people around your life that are the right people, that are going to bring out greatness in you. Not that you can go seeking them, but they're there. They're there. And sometimes we have to make intentional decisions to say, this person I can see has a level of greatness that's untapped, that I know I will tap it in them and they will tap it in me, and there'll be no limits. So God bless you. I'm going to go back to enjoying the beach and jump back in the car and drive the rest of where I'm going.